And welcome to this symposium session. Uh, I'm very happy to have all of you present here today at this very moment. I just want us to have a brief discussion on how the junior ones, we are already BSc students, we are in level 400, and we have a lot of students behind us. And we believe that from our experience, we can actually pass out something that will assist them in their academic process. So, what can you tell? That is, what can you actually advise them on so that they will not have any bad experience, or what can you tell them so that they can limit the negative experiences that they can have during their course of training? So I would like that we should start with our class delegate here, Madame Marie Maxeline.
Thank you, President Farad, and good morning. Good evening to the other members. Thank you for giving me the floor. I will talk on two aspects, the theoretical part and the practical part. For the theory part, since I would say most of us entered into nursing, we're from the art background, so when it comes to this scientific course, we don't know anything. Like anatomy and physiology, biochemistry, and all the rest. So we mostly face difficulties for us to catch up. But I will say from my experience, I had to go online, download videos for anatomy and physiology. For each system, a lecturer comes to class, for example, take a urinary system, I'll go online.
Thank you, Mr. President, for giving me this great opportunity. Like the first speaker has earlier said, it is based on two parts, theoretical and practical part. With the theoretical part of it, many of us, like she said, from art background, commercial background, and I must tell you this, many students getting into nursing maybe because of they want to get the name of it is a noble profession and want to be in that profession, or some are even being pushed by their families or other people around, or other factors that may have made them to join the nursing profession, and they don't take things serious. They think that nursing is just about picking vein or giving injections. So many of us do not have that science background, like she rightly said. So many things like has gone wrong when we are maybe following up our studies. For example, like me, at this point, I really have to work hard to know some of the systems in anatomy and physiology because I did not actually understand them when they were being taught at a lower level. So many students really have to work hard on that. And on the practical side, I'll bear with you that many students don't take practical or internship serious. When they go there, they think it is just for fancy. They want to see other doctors, they want to see other nurses performing. They are not being pushful. They have to be pushful, because when you go to internship and you're not pushful, the nurses, they push you aside, especially when there is work. Nobody will really have the full time to don't pick the needle like this, do this, do that, do that. No. You yourself know that it is a noble profession, yes, but you have to be pushful, determined to learn. Even if you have been asked by your family to go there, know that you're serving life, you are dealing with lives. And our lecturers will always remind us that if you are to treat, you start treating from your family, and if you are to kill, you start killing from your family. So when you go for practical, take your practical serious, and you have to actually be pushful. Try to work, ask questions, and you'll be clarified. Thank you.
Okay.
Good evening, President. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I'm Emade Gwinguli, and I'm a proud BSc student. Before reaching this level, there are some challenges that we faced that we don't want our younger ones to face them. So I will divide in
these challenges into the theoretical part and the practical part, that means clinical practice. So in the theoretical part, what I would advise my younger ones is that they should remove the fact that they are either arts or science. They should just delete it, because you can still be a very perfect science student and you come to the nursing field and you're a mess. So first of all, remove that knowledge, because I could remember, I'm a science student, I could remember when I just entered level 1 and they were saying this, I'll say, hey, I know this term, but finally I saw that as time goes on, the art student that never even knew anything picked up and even beat me. That's when my eyes shined up that no, now in the professional school, let me forget about arts background or science background. This is another level. So what I would advise them, forget about whether you're arts or science, concentrate. And as my colleagues rightly said, everything is not being taught in class. Research. You must do research. If you want to be a nurse, that you go to places, travel to places, be distinct, you must do research. Yes. If the day you stop doing research as a nurse is the day you start fading down. As a nurse, you must always upgrade yourself, because there are new technologies, new things that are coming in place. There's revolution, that changes that are coming up. And if you don't do research, how will you know whether this thing is outdated or not? So I will beg you that I will advise my younger ones to do a lot of research. And 2, as a student nurse, you must have a mentor. You cannot just come into nursing, just do your thing like that. No. You must have a mentor who mentors you. Yes. You must have your mentor who mentors you, your steps, tell you, advise you on what you are supposed to do. You not just do things on your own because you think, I'm a big girl, I'm a big boy, I can do things on my own. No, you fail as a nurse. As a nurse, you need advice. So you must need a mentor. So research and mentorship is outdated or not. So I will bet you that I will advise my younger ones to do a lot of research. And 2, as a student nurse, you must have a mentor. You cannot just come into nursing, just do your thing like that. No. You must have a mentor who mentors you. Yes. You must have your mentor who mentors you, your steps, tell you, advise you on what you are supposed to do. You not just do things on your own because you think, I'm a big girl, I'm a big boy, I can do things on my own. No, you fail as a nurse. As a nurse, you need advice. So you must need a mentor. So research and mentorship, you must need a mentor and you must do research if you want to be an outstanding nurse. And for the practical part, yes, I would encourage that you should take a practical part very serious, because most of the students, when they go for internship, they just go there and some of them, they are pressing their phones. When they're actually taking care of a patient, or there's a situation, you see others going, pressing their phones, attending to their rendezvous. They don't really concentrate, and as time waits for nobody, it continues growing. And you see that some of them now, when they have reached a certain level and they are looking for employment, they are not giving out the right training that they were supposed to give out, because they are lacking. They are lacking because they were thinking about social life or whatever. If you want to be a nurse, concentrate and be a nurse. And there's also one thing that those lower students generally say, oh, when I want to ask a question to a nurse, they drive me. No, no, no. There's something. When there's a situation, look at how they're managing that situation. When that case is over, then when the nurse is free, you can go, okay, madam, I saw this, how they been in a calm way, in a respectful way, and they will answer you. You don't expect that somebody will be working at the same time they are asking questions. What do you expect? What do you expect? They'll talk back at you in a harsh way because by then you are disturbing. So that's a little way like I can encourage my young ones, I can advise my young ones. Take this nursing profession very, very serious because you are not dealing with chicken or guinea pigs as we're dissecting in the high school. You're dealing with patients, people's children, your own children, your parents, your family members. Because you will not be a nurse, then there's something in your family you cannot take care of. Then you call yourself a nurse. It starts from home. Yes, you'll be disgraced anywhere you go if you don't take your profession very serious. Thank you.
My name is Daniel Ramatunde. I'm a BSc student, and just to add to what my colleagues have said already, I've been getting a lot of comments by other persons in this field. Like they used to say, in their retirement age, they are not sure that if they are sick, they will be willing to come back to the hospital. Why? Because of the present nurses' behavior. Because now we are being taught on nursing qualities, but then that is not what we portray when we go to hospitals, and I don't understand what is happening. I don't understand why they change. I don't know if the generations that had passed were being taught differently, or the generations now are being distracted by the revolution and everything that is happening, because we are being taught as nurses, qualities of nurses to have empathy, sympathy, punctual, loyal, respectful, and all that. But then you see that the modern day nurses are, I don't want to exaggerate by saying totally far from it, but there is really a gap lacking, because now we are being taught these qualities so that no matter our background, no matter where we have been, we grow from, because obviously we are nursing, we get into the nursing profession, but from different places. So no matter where you are from, you know that this is the way I'm to follow. You know that as a nurse, even if you say I'm a choleric, I always get angry easily, that's your personal something. As a nurse, you know you're not supposed to get angry easily. No matter where you're from, no matter the temperament, no matter the personality, no matter who raised you up. Because now the problem, the thing, what I've, like from my experience, what I've noticed is we don't even, I don't know if we have forgotten the qualities, but then we don't even know that nursing is not just the white and white we put on, but it's supposed to be a way of life, not only in the hospital, but wherever we find ourselves. It's not supposed to just to be, you just get into nursing when you're putting on your white and white in the hospital. That's not it. It's a noble profession, it's nobility, so it has to transform. Nursing transforms. Nursing is transformation. So it's not just when you're putting on your white and white that you're a nurse. Even most of the times when we even put on the white and white, yet we even forget these qualities, we still behave the way we behave. So I've noticed over my experience, especially when I go on internship, that nurses behave very poorly to their seniors, to patients. They copy, and mostly we are fond of copying bad attitudes, forgetting that these persons, we see them with this bad attitude, have been there for long, and they have not had this formal study, because modern nurses have had many studies. And I believe if we can be able to go to the field and implement what we are being taught, at least the other people can see the space from us. But what do we expect when we are being taught, what we are being taught, we get into the field and we copy the bad attitudes from them? It means we always exaggerate by saying totally far from it, but there is really a gap lacking, because now we are being taught these qualities so that no matter our background, no matter where we have been, we grow from, because obviously we are nursing, we get into the nursing profession, but from different places. So no matter where you are from, you know that this is the way I'm to follow. You know that as a nurse, even if you say I'm a choleric, I always get angry easily, that's your personal something. As a nurse, you know you're not supposed to get angry easily. No matter where you're from, no matter the temperament, no matter the personality, no matter who raised you up. Because now the problem, the thing, what I've, like from my experience, what I've noticed is we don't even, I don't know if we have forgotten the qualities, but then we don't even know that nursing is not just the white and white we put on, but it's supposed to be a way of life, not only in the hospital, but wherever we find ourselves. It's not supposed to just to be, you just get into nursing when you're putting on your white and white in the hospital. That's not it. It's a noble profession, it's nobility, so it has to transform. Nursing transforms. Nursing is transformation. So it's not just when you're putting on your white and white that you're a nurse. Even most of the times we even put on the white and white, yet we even forget these qualities. We still behave the way we behave. So I've noticed over my experience, especially when I go on internship, that nurses behave very poorly to their seniors, to patients. They copy, and mostly we are fond of copying bad attitudes, forgetting that these persons, we see them with this bad attitude, have been there for long, and they have not had this formal study, because modern nurses have had many studies. And I believe if we can be able to go to the field and implement what we are being taught, at least the other people can see the space from us. But what do we expect when we are being taught, what we are being taught, we get into the field and we copy the bad attitudes from them? It means we'll continue like this, because if you can get what people say, then when I'm sick, then when I'm old, many doctors, nurses, present nurses, when they look at us, this generation, they say when they go on retirement and they are sick, they will not come to the hospital. You can imagine the gap. But then we are being taught differently. We are being taught better. We are exposed to many things better than what they were being exposed to. So why are we not better? So I believe this is a mix-up of temperaments, personality, and our qualities as nurses. So what I'm trying to say is, no matter our backgrounds, because we're from different places, no matter where we are from, no matter who we are, whether you are a choleric, whatsoever thing you may be, you are a nurse, you know the qualities of a nurse, be a nurse, simple. Because it's not just for you, you are serving humanity. It's not just, it's not an accounting work. It's not the paperwork. My earlier colleague said, you are not dissecting guinea pigs and fowls. You're working on people. So I believe we should not just weigh it as a cloth. It's not just the white and white. We should allow it transform us. Thank you.
I'm called Agbo Ayod Ensla, a BSc student, and we're actually talking on the barriers student nurses face during internship and theoretical part. I, for one, I'm a science student, but getting into the nursing field was actually difficult for me because there are some subjects that's actually literature, and some terminologies are actually face difficulties in terminologies. So I'll advise student nurses to first of all get their nursing dictionary, because that's one particular problem we face during our clinical practice. Especially terms are very difficult because we don't have good basis on it, and we don't have a nursing dictionary. So for that part, that's what I face, terminologies and the literatures, because of the English I didn't do back in secondary school or high school. And for the clinical part, students on internship should learn to take their internships very serious. We will go for internship, but we hardly be in the hospital. Most of the time, we spend time at home, doing nothing, sleeping. Meanwhile, we have a space to cover up there. And those who are in the hospital actually face difficulties because the timetable will show you guys are supposed to work in group, but due to your absence, the workload become very difficult. Because I think when we go to the hospital, when senior nurses will see us, they were like, these students have come to reduce at least our workload. And two, the manner of approach. We have very poor manners of approach, especially when you want to ask for a favor from a senior nurse. You have to have a quality of good manner of approach, because if you want to ask a senior nurse for a question, there's a manner of which you are going to approach the person for the person to give you a positive reaction. You will not just go and just be asking questions anyhow or have a poor manner of approach. When you ask, you plead, and when you plead, you soften the heart of the nurse. She's going to actually take her time to explain to you each step by step because of the way you approach her. Two, I would say pro practice. Yes, when we go, we don't focus on what we do. We just sit and just observe. We don't even want to learn, nothing. We just sit, and after all, my friend for front of where you can explain the thing. It is wrong, because some of us, serious, we don't even know how to put a catheter, an IV line, because we are not even in the hospital at all. My own experience, I experienced in Manju. Oh God. The nurses, they don't come, the students, they don't come for internship. Most of the time they are home, sleeping, doing nothing. And after, they are going to say, this school, they will not even punish the person in particular. They'll say alpha students are lazy because of 2 or 3 particular students. So I encourage us, when we go for our nursing practice, we should be focused, we should be determined, we should have a good manner of communication, a good manner of approach, so as to increase and make this feel very easy and facilitative to everybody, and encouraging by all.
Okay, thank you very much to everyone. And before I close up, many student nurses think that the training depends on this. It is not only about the certificates that you are going to obtain after your training. It's not only about the attestation your institution is going to give you. There are a lot of things like establishing connections, obtaining some skills that can support your training. If you have a good certificate but you lack skills like leadership skills, communication skills, professional skills in general, organizations and all the like, you still face challenges. But when you have good communication skills, good leadership skills, your light will be seen by everybody. Even before you graduate, people will call for you. Even before you obtain what you call certificate, people will call for you to come and work. And when they call for you, you might likely not even bring this. You may not even need it, because you are working on recommendation, which speak for you more than the certificate. So thank you guys for going through all the provided information we have made available for you guys. Just focus, pick what you can pick from it, and better the provision for yourself and for us. We are a team. As we are going out, you people are coming in. And if you come and fail, we have failed. So we are from a group known as Impact Nurses, and our mission is to impact both student nurses, nurses themselves, and patients in our various communities. Thank you and have a nice time.